You want to hear my story real quick? All right, so check it out. The way I got started into travel nursing is a little bit weird because I didn't think that I could actually be a travel nurse. Like, isn't that weird? Like, I didn't think I qualified for it because I thought of travel nursing like a lot of the ways that you guys out there are thinking of travel nursing. Like, you think you have to be single, you think you have to have no ties to your community, you think you have to like have the willingness to want to travel the country, which I kind of had that, but I had ties, right? Like, I was married with kids. I'm like, there's no way I can be a travel nurse. But I was real excited about the potential of making a lot more money as a nurse. Like, I thought that would be pretty cool. So I was not going to pursue it. But then my second kid was going to be born, right? So baby number two on the way. And I told my boss, I said, hey, look, me and my wife, we're both nurses. Right now she makes like $10 an hour more than me. And so the one of us who's going to make the most money is actually going to work full time, and the other one's going to drop down to part time. And I figured that would be the smartest way. That way we can keep making the most. And I didn't want it to be her. Like, I was all about finding a way to make more. But I told my boss, all I need is a part-time position, right? Like that's what I need. And this is when I was a staff nurse. All I need is a part-time position, and then I'll stay on as staff. I told her this 7 months. Yeah, because it was only like at the 2 month mark where like we were pretty convinced, like, all right, this kid's definitely going to be coming in 7 months. So I was like, here's the thing, right? In 7 months, I need to have a part-time position by then, or I'm going to have to figure something out. You know, like, I'm leaving. Like, that's what I told her. And she didn't give me a part-time position. She wasn't even interested. And then she gave me an excuse. She was like, blah, 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 union, blah, 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 full-time employee numbers are going to go down, blah, 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 blah. And basically what it said to me was she didn't want to keep me that bad, which was fine to me. So I had heard through the grapevine that a friend of mine who I had worked with, and this dude was a money hungry kind of guy, so I know he wouldn't leave to like make less than what he's making now. He decided to be a travel nurse. And I'm like, wait a second, if he could do it with a wife and kids, why can't I do it with a wife and kids? And so, you know, talked to my wife about it. She was like, well, maybe, you know, maybe we can check it out and see what it's about. But basically, like, he showed me his pay stubs, he showed me a bunch of things, and I basically picked his brain for like 2 weeks straight before I was convinced that it's something I should try. But basically, we talked it over and said, yeah, just try it once and see if it's terrible. In my first travel nurse contract, like, so I'm an ICU nurse. I couldn't find an ICU contract at the time, so I actually took a med-surg tele position, and I do not like working med-surg tele, but this place was okay. Like, it was okay. And I'm like, dude, if it's decent enough working med-surg tele as a travel nurse, like, how's ICU going to be? And then when my next contract was ICU, so I took off from the med-surg tele place and started working at an ICU place, and I absolutely loved it. It was significantly better than the place that I had come from. I had no idea what was out there.